Hello friends, today we will discuss the do while loop. This is the third loop that we are going to discuss. First loop we will discuss the for loop, then while loop, and this is the third looping statement called do while loop. So do while loop is post tested loop. Previous for loop and while loop was pre-tested loop, whereas do while loop is post tested loop. The do while loop is very similar to the while loop except the condition is checked at the end of the loop body. This guarantees that loop is executed at least once before terminating. Syntax for do while loop. So control variable initialization semicolon do, then within open and close brace of do, here statements are written, that is called body of do while loop. After the close brace, while condition is placed. So condition is placed at the last. That is why it is called post tested loop. Whereas in case of the for loop as well as while loop, condition is tested first, then loop body is executed. Here, as condition is at the last, loop body is executed at least once before control exits the looping statement. Do while loop working. Control variable is initialized first, as in case of the while loop. After initialization of control variable, statements in body of the loop are executed along with the control variable update. So control variable update is done in the body of the do while loop. After execution of statements within body of the loop, condition is checked. If result of condition reevaluates to true, then statements within the body of loop are executed again, otherwise loop will terminate. Flowchart for do while loop. This diagram shows the flowchart for do while loop. As seen, control variable initialization is done. Then body of the do while loop is executed. In the body of do while loop, some statements are there that are executed, and also control variable is updated. Then condition is tested at the last. If condition is false, then loop is exited. If condition is true, then we again execute the body of the while loop. So in this way, this diagram shows the working of do while loop. Now let us try to understand do while loop through some examples. In example 1, we have to write a C program to display 1 to 10 using do while loop. This program has already been discussed to display 1 to 10 using the while loop, but this time we have to use do while loop to display 1 to 10. So a program can be written like this one. So again we include standard input output.h and conio.h header file in our program. So within open and close brace of the main function, first statement int I declares I integer variable I. Then second statement clears off anything previously written on the output screen. Next statement I equal to 1. Initialize I as a 1. Then do within open and close brace that is body of the do while loop. Print f statement. Print the value of I at the place of the format specifier D. After printing value of I, that is 1, slash n, bring the cursor in the beginning of the next row. Then value of I is incremented. This value becomes now 2. After that, one condition which is written after the close brace of the do while loop is tested while 2 less than or equal to 10. If this condition is true, then body of do while loop is executed again. So condition is true. So when we execute the body of the while loop, print f statement, print the 2 in the second row, and then cursor is brought in the third row by the slash n new line character, and then value of I is incremented. So this time value becomes 3. So when it is tested in the condition, value is true. So in this way, condition is going to be true for the value of I equal from 1 to 10. So after printing the value of I as a 10, when value of I is incremented, this value becomes 11, and when 11 is tested, 11 is less than or equal to 10, condition is false. Control comes out of the do while loop, and out of the do while loop, here we say that get ch, that holds the output screen where we get the number displayed, and return 0 tells the operating system that program is executed properly. So output we get like this one, that is number 1 to 10 are displayed in 10 rows. If we want to display number from 1 to 10 in single row, then we have to remove slash n, and in place of the percentage d, here we can write percentage 3d, so that every number are separated from each other. Now let us take another example. In this example, we have to write a C program to find sum of digits of a given number using do while. Again, this program was also discussed using the while loop. So logic, how to separate the digits of from a number, that is using the modulo number, and then how to get the number after separating the digits, that would be already clear. So we can understand this program easily even though it is written in the do while using the do while loop. So within the open and close brace of the main function, first statement declares num, rem, sum as a integer type variables, and sum is initialized to a value of 0. Then clear screen clears off anything written on the output screen. Printf statement print the enter a number on the output screen, whereby user enters number that is taken in by the scanf function and stored with the variable num. Then do within open and close brace statements rem equal to num modulo 10. This statement separates the last digit of the number, and that is stored with the left side variable rem. So this last digit is added to the previous sum, that is 0, by the statement sum equal to sum plus rem. So what is remainder, that is added to the initial sum value, that is 0, and assigned to the left side variable sum. Next statement obtains the number after separating the last digit. So if this obtained number When tested in the while in the condition number is not equal to 0, when condition is true, then again body of do while loop is executed and we get the second last digit of the obtained number. So in this way we go on separating the last digits of the number one by one and also getting the number and checking the obtained number with the condition. If it is not 0, then process is repeated and separated number are gets added. Once number becomes equal to 0, then condition becomes false and controls comes out of the do while loop, and out of the do while loop printf statement prints the sum is at percentage %d place value of sum is printed, and get statement holds the output screen where we see the output. Then when we press the enter key, return 0 tells the operating system that program is executed properly. So when this program is run, we get the output like this one. Suppose in the first run, when we run the program first time and enter the number like this, then we get the sum as a 50. During the second run, if user enters the number this one 6878, sum is 29 is displayed. So in this way, whether we use do while looping statement or while looping statement, we can prepare the program for the required operation. In example number 3, we have to write a C program to reverse a given number. So how to reverse a given number? Logic already has been declared, discussed in the while looping statement. So a program can be written like this one using the do while loop. So when this program is run, suppose first time user enters the number 1234, then using the do while loop, first time when body is executed, rem equal to num modulo 10. This statement separates the last digit, that is 4, from the number, and that 4 is assigned to the left side variable rem. Then reverse equal to rev into 10 plus remainder. So rev initial value of is set as a 0. 0 into 10, that is 0, plus rem, that becomes 4. 4 is assigned to the left side variable rem. Then number is obtained after separating the 4. So rem equal to name slash 10, that is we divide the number by 10 and get the output as a 122. So 122 is obtained and is stored with the variable num. After that one, when it is condition is checked, num is not equal to 0. This time number is 123 is not equal to 0, that is condition is true. Though again we run or execute the body of the do while loop. So second time we separate the 3 and when we run the second statement in the do while body, rev into 10 plus remainder. So value of rev equal to 4, 4 into 10, that is 40, plus 3, that is 43. 43 is assigned to the left side variable rev. And then number obtained is, we already have separated 3. So 123 slash 10. This provides the 12. So 12 is assigned to the left side variable. And when condition is tested, this condition becomes true again. So again body of the do while loop is executed. So in this way we see that after separating 4, we find the reverse number 4. Then we separate the 3 and then reverse number becomes 43. Then when we separate the 3, reverse number becomes 432. And when we separate 1, then remainder is going to be 0. When we separate the 1, number is going to be 0. So we get the number 4321. But after separating 1, when we get the number is 0. So when condition is tested, condition becomes false. When condition becomes false, control comes out of the do while loop. So outside of the do while loop, using the printf statement, we print the reverse number. Reverse is %d. So at this place, value of reverse gets printed. And this output is hold on the output screen using the getCS function. So we get at the output reverse is 4221, and then returns tells the operating system that program is run properly. When second time we enter the number like this one, we get the output reverse is 8786. Now in the fourth example, C program to check whether a given number is palindrome or not using do while loop. So when we reverse the number, if number is same as the previous number, that number is called as a palindrome. So first we will try to reverse the number using the logic discussed, and then we compare reverse number with the previous number. If both are the same, then we print whether the number is palindrome or not. So in this program, we again declare the number of the variable and initialize the rev as a 0, because initial value of reverse number is to be set as a 0. Then we copy variable number is stored. What number is entered by the user, that is stored with the variable num, and that number is also assigned to the copy variable. Then when number is reversed using the do while loop already discussed, then if value of copy as well as reverse number is the same, if these two numbers are equal, then we display that palindrome, otherwise not. So in this one, suppose during run 1, if we enter a number like this one, 1221, so naturally reverse number obtained is also 1221. So this number is palindrome. In the second number, if we enter the number like this one, and when we reverse this number, then we get the 4321. So 4321 is not equal to 1 2 3 4. So this number is not palindrome. Now nested do while loop, like for loop and while loop, do while loop can also be nested. So a do while loop inside another do while loop is called nested do while loop. Syntax for nested do while loop is like this: do statement, then do again here for the outer do while loop, do, and then this one is the condition after the close brace. So condition 1. So inside this do while loop there is another do while loop. So do, then statements, and then there is a condition. So this condition is condition 2 because condition for outer do while loop is written as a condition 1. So whenever we include do while loop inside the body of do while loop, we say that it is nested do while loop. Flowchart for nested do while loop. So this diagram shows the flowchart for the nested do while loop. So control variable initialization. Then some state may be in the body of the do while loop that are executed, and then control variable is updated. Then control variable initialization. This is for the inner do while loop. And when we enter the inner do while loop, there may be some statement that are executed, and then condition is tested. If condition is true, then body of the inner do while loop is executed again and condition is tested. This continues till condition is true. Once condition becomes false, then control comes out of the inner do while loop and control variable update is done for the outer do while loop, and then condition is tested. When condition is true, then this process is repeated. Once condition becomes false, then control comes out of outer do while loop, and if some statements are present that are executed. So in this way, flowchart gives the working of the nested do while loop. Now we will try to understand the nested do while loop using some example program. So in this example program, we have to write a C program to print the given star pattern. That is, we have to print a right angle pattern of the star. So a program can be written like this one. Now let us try to understand this program. In the first statement of the main function, we declare two integer variable I and j. Simultaneously value of I is initialized to 1. So this outer loop, do while loop, sets how many rows of stars are to be printed, and inner do while loop, how many stars are printed in a particular row. So initial control variable I is initialized to the 1. That is, we are going to print the star in the first row. So do j equal to 1. Control variable for the inner do while loop is initialized. So do print f. So this print statement print the star in the first row. Then value of j is incremented. Now when value of j is incremented in condition j is less than or equal to I. When j is incremented, its value becomes 2. So 2 is less than or equal to I, that is false. So controls comes out of the inner do while loop. So outside of the inner do while loop, I plus plus. This is the control variable update for the outer do while loop. So value of I is incremented and this value becomes now 2. Then print f statement, bring the cursor in the beginning of the next row. Then condition for the outer do while loop is tested. So 2 is less than or equal to 5. Naturally this condition is true. When condition is true, body of the outer do while loop is going to be executed again. So in the second time, value of j is set as a 1. So do print f statement star gets printed in the second row. Then value of j is incremented. This value becomes 2. In the condition 2 is less than or equal to 2. This condition is true. So we again print. So again body of the inner while loop is going to be executed. So using the printf statement, that is inside the body of the inner do while loop, another star gets printed, that is second star. Then again value of j is incremented. This time this value becomes 3. So in condition 3 is less than or equal to 2, that is false. So control comes out of the inner do while loop and it finds that I plus plus value of I is incremented. Now this becomes 3. Next statement print if bring the cursor in the beginning of the next row, that is in the third row. And again condition is tested for the outer do while loop. Now condition is true. So in this way, here condition is true. So in the next row, as condition set as a j less than or equal to I. So as the value of I is equal to 3, inner loop condition is true for j is equal to 1, 2, 3. So 3 star gets printed in the third row and then cursor is brought in the beginning of the next row. So in this way, during the execution of the inner and outer loop, we print the pattern of star as given. After printing the fifth row, when value of I is incremented, becomes it becomes 6. So when it becomes 6, so condition becomes false. 6 is less than equal to 5. This condition becomes false. So control comes out of the do while loop, outer do while loop, and it finds return 0 that inform the operating system that program is run properly. So in this way, using the nested do while loop, we can print pattern of given star. Now let us take another example. In this example, we have to write a C program to print multiplication table from 1 to 5. And in this multiplication table, we see that there are 10 rows and 5 columns. So in program, we have to set the condition to print the 10 rows and in each rows 5 columns. So a program can be written like this one. So in this program, first statement of the main function declares the two integer variables I and j. The next statement I equal to 1 initialize value of I as a 1. Then do within the open and close brace of the outer do j is equal to 1. Value of j is initialized to 1. Then within the body of the inner do while loop, print f percentage 3d. So in 3 column space, value of I into j. So I into j, that is I is 1, j is 1, that is 1. 1 gets printed. Then value of j is incremented. Now value becomes 2. So after that one condition is checked. 2 is less than or equal to 5. This is the true. Then again body of do while loop is executed. So again using the printf statement, using the 3 space column, we print the value of I into j. J is 2. That is 1 into 2. 2 gets printed at this point. And then value of j is incremented. So when this time j is incremented, its value becomes 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Condition is again true. So when condition is true, body of the do while loop is again executed. So this time printf statement prints the value of I, that is 1 into 3. 1 into 3, 3 gets printed at this point. And then value of j is incremented. So this value becomes 4. Again condition is tested, condition is true. Then again body of the do while loop is executed and we print I into j, that is 4. 1 into 4, that is 4 gets printed and value of j is incremented. So this becomes value 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. Then again body of the do while loop is executed and then using the printf statement we print the 1 into 5, that is 5. Then when value of j is incremented, its value becomes 6. So in condition 6 less than or equal to 5, condition becomes false. So control comes out of the inner do while loop. So out of the inner do while loop, printf statement brings the cursor in the beginning of the second row. Then value of I is incremented and when it is tested, that is I, this value becomes 2. So while I less than or equal to 10, this condition is true. So again body of the outer do while loop is executed and when do while loop is executed, value of I into j, that is 2 into 1, 2 gets printed first, then condition is true for the second time for the value of j equal to 2. So 2 into 2, that is 4 gets printed. So in this way 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gets printed in the second row. And when value of j is incremented, its value becomes 6. And then condition becomes false. So control again comes out of the inner for do while loop and printf statement bring the cursor in the beginning of the third row. So in this way we can print the multiplication table from 1 to 5 and at the last when last row gets printed, then we increment the value of I, this value becomes 11. So when it is tested in a condition 11 less than or equal to 10, condition becomes false and then control comes out of the outer do while loop and at the outer do while loop we get the get ch statement that hold the output screen where we see the multiplication table. And when we enter the any key, return 0 statement tells the operating system that program executed properly. So in this way we discuss here do while and nested do while loop, their syntax and few examples just to clear the logic of the do while and nested do while loop. Till next class, bye and have a nice day.